Hey you guys, welcome to my table 3. My name is Carrie and today I'm excited to be joining a collaboration hosted by Lynn over at the Mennonite Farmhouse and a whole lot of other wonderful bloggers that you may already be familiar with. So if you're interested in candy, then you are coming to the right place today for this collaboration, because all of us in this collaboration are going to be doing a video on the 5 things that we love to can and 5 things that we don't like to can or we won't can again. So I'm going to show mine, and then I hope you'll jump down in the description of this video and check out Lynn's channel as well as the full playlist so you can watch all the other wonderful channels tell you what they love to can and what they won't be canning again. So let's jump right in. Alright guys, so my first item, I would say my number 5, we'll start 5 and go back, would be soups and sauces, and that includes broths as well. So I am mainly an ingredient canner. I don't like to process and can all these fancy recipes like casseroles in a jar, soups and all that. And plus I do can a lot of my stuff by the ball guidelines and things like that, so I don't get really fancy or racy. But with soups, it is one of the things that I will can like a full meal. I do put all our favorite vegetables in here and a protein like chicken or beef, and then I process it accordingly, you know, per the recipes in the books or on the food safety site. Tomato sauce is another one that I love to make and then can. I don't like using the cans at the grocery store because the lining in those cans are just not great for us. So a couple of years ago I decided no more cans, only canned tomatoes, because the acid cannot hurt you in a jar. So love tomato sauce. I also can a lot of beef stock and chicken stock, pork stock of my own. I save scrap vegetables, bones, all that in the freezer. And then I do a day where I boil up a lot of broth, let it cool overnight, scrape the fat off, and can it. So I have that on hand at all times. And I know how much sodium is in it and what else is not in it. So soup, sauces, and broths, those are my first category, which I would say in my top 5 is number 5. Number 4 would be a low sugar jams and jelly. I am on a weight loss journey trying to, well, basically just trying to stay healthy. No health problems, right? So our family tries to do lower sugar, lower carb items. So I do a lower sugar jams and jellies using the palmectin, special pectin for this. So that's another one of my tops. This is a raspberry. These were fresh last summer and I canned them, let's see, in February when I was cleaning out my deep freeze, getting ready for the next season to come. Alright, then after that I would say my number 3. Alright, so like I was saying, the third thing is vegetables. I love to have sides in the pantry that I don't have to worry about, that I know I canned in jars and they are good for us and there's no additives. These carrots I got back in 2020. We were at our discount grocery store, one of them that we go to, and they had baby carrots. They had them on sale, 4 packs for $1, and I got 20 packs. We ate a couple fresh, and then I went ahead and canned some, just according to a recipe that I had found in the ball book, and now we can pull these out when we want carrots. I can add them to soups, stews, or just as a side dish. These green beans I picked from my sister-in-law's garden when she was on vacation. She asked us to take care of her garden while she was gone, so we did, and we were able to get some of these, and she said we could keep what we picked, so I were able to can some of these back during the summer, and they are amazing. I like to cook these down, drain them, and maybe cook them down with some bacon drippings or something. They are amazing. Moving right along to my second favorite thing to can, and that is beans. Any kind of beans. These are chickpeas. Some people may not like to cook chickpeas, but I love to can them. Just 2 days ago, I made a chickpea curry really fast. We had to go to Boy Scouts that night, and I needed a quick dinner, so I opened a couple of jars of these, put in some curry paste, seasoned it up, and it was a delicious, really quick meal. So I love canning beans. I can pinto beans, white beans, I've canned just about every bean that you can think of. I have them back there. Black beans are our favorite too because we can dump them in burritos and things like that. But I like having those quick protein beans in the cabinet. Also for a good side. For my number one thing to can, I would have to say it is meat. And some people may not think they would like canned meat. And at first I was leery, but now I love canned meat. This is chicken that I did hot pack canning, and I did a video on that. I'll try and link that in the iCards or in the description below. And this is beef roast that I canned 1st of February, it looks like. So these are delicious. These I like to cook chicken fritters with. I can throw it in soups. I can make fajitas out of them really quick. It shreds really easy. You can make barbecue chicken sandwiches. And for the beef, one of our favorite things is to thicken up this sauce, which is very flavorful, and to thicken it up and eat it over mashed cauliflower, or you could eat it over mashed potatoes. You can make burritos out of this, or just eat it, you know, over rice. It's really good. So I love, especially with cost rising, I love finding meat on sale and canning it for my family so I know it's back there when we need it. So those are my top 5 things that I love, absolutely love to can. So we're going to stop for a second and I'm going to grab the things that I won't probably be canning again and tell you why. So let me stop and grab those and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I grabbed some of the things that I will not can again. A couple of reasons why I won't can some items again. Well, a couple of things I didn't like, or I don't like the texture of, or the taste of. But the main reason I'm going to show you some of the things that I won't can again is because it is something that I tried at the time and we don't like them enough to eat them often. So that means they sit back in my pantry and take up valuable canning space for things that we would eat, like the green beans and the meat and things like that. So I don't really have anything that were huge flops or that was just super disgusting to share with you today, but mine is mainly about priorities and what we eat, because I try to focus on when I'm prepping the pantry or you know, putting up food. I try to make sure it is something that my family will enjoy and something that we eat, because nobody needs to stock food you know, if your family's not going to eat that food, because after all, that's why we put in the work, right, to feed our family. So the first thing I will say, if you remember my top 5 vegetables, like carrots and green beans were one of my favorite things to can. Well, there is a caveat to that, and that is this here. Yes, these are carrots, and yes, I said I love canning carrots, but these are dilly carrots, and all of you probably are out there saying, oh, we love dilly carrots. And okay, so these are basically, for you, those that don't know, these are pickled carrots. Yes, they pickle carrots. They pickle just about anything. But so they sounded really good to me because I love pickles. Now, so these are okay. Don't get me wrong. They're not disgusting. We will eat them eventually. But I canned these, remember, back in 2020. And I ended up, I think, with 6 jars of these, 6 or 7 jars of these. And I still have 5. So I think we've eaten 1 since then. So I won't be canning dilly carrots again because obviously my family does not like them enough. They're not huge pickle people. I'm a huge pickle person, but I'm not a huge carrot person. I mean, I'll eat them on the side, but it's not like I'm sitting around saying, oh, I'm going to crave carrots. So this was not a bright idea for me. Of course, they will get eaten. It will take a little bit longer than, say, pickles would or pickled garlic would. But yeah, so I won't be canning any of these dilly pickled carrots again because they're taking up valuable space back there and we're not going through them fast enough. I will say this, I don't have any to show you because I don't can them anymore, but like potatoes are one of the things that I do not like to can. Now I know a lot of people do dry canning potatoes. I don't do that because I've heard that it's not a safe method, and like I said, I follow most of the ball canning procedures or recommendations of the National Food Service Center for Food Preservation, just to stay safe. So to each his own, you know, you guys stay safe, keep your family safe. But potatoes, when I did can them properly, as in the books, I did not like the texture. I don't mind them so bad in soups or things like that, but when you can just a jar of potatoes, it's like mush to me. Like you can't fry them up, or you can't put them in the oven and bake them, you know, like hash browns or anything like that. They are really, mine, they were like good for mashed potatoes or potato soup. And so to me, I'd much rather dehydrate potatoes, and I'll try and do a video soon on dehydration and how I use my dehydrator. I dehydrate sweet potatoes and potatoes because I do not like the texture of them when they are canned. So that's the second thing I don't like to can. I would also say that another thing that I will not can again that I tried a couple of summers ago is a zucchini relish. Have you guys ever tried that? You see that? It's so beautiful, right? And it looked really good. But I can't remember what ball book I got this out of. It may be in the home preservation one, so I'll have to try and put that down below if it is the one I'm going to show you. But so this is super sweet, and it is basically zucchini, bell peppers, onions. You probably know it. Some of you guys may love this stuff. But this is another one like the dilly carrots that we won't eat again. So I won't be canning this zucchini relish because I canned like 9 of these. And we have 7 left. And yeah, so no more zucchini relish for us. We tried it on hot dogs and things, and it's okay, but it's just really super sweet. And it was a little awkward for us. So we won't try this again because we don't eat it good enough. I may try and gift that to somebody. I think my sister-in-law likes it, so we will try it. Okay, and let's see. Fourth thing I won't can again is this, I think this is mango habanero jam. No, I'm sorry, mango jalapeno jam. Now, while this tastes really good, you can see it's a little bit looser. So the recipe, I followed it. I don't know if I didn't process it long enough, like cook it long enough before I canned it, but it never did get really jelly-like. So I used it over cream cheese at like parties and things for dips. But again, this was canned in late summer of 20. I think I had a ton of jalapenos and I was trying to can anything I could with them. And we're not eating it fast enough. So like the other 2 things I showed you, they're sitting in my pantry taking up valuable space that I could put other things like meat and vegetables. So what is that? 4 potatoes, carrots, and the zucchini. Oh, I'm trying to think because there was one other thing I was going to tell you about. Oh, the other thing I don't like to can is meat on bones. So I don't do that. I don't like the way it looks. Now, everybody will say, oh, all canned meat's ugly. It is. It is. But I prefer not to do it on the bones. I don't like having to worry about taking out bones and straightening it like that, even though I know it comes out, you know, easily. I just don't can the meat on the bones. A lot of people do, and I think that's fantastic. I just don't can meat on the bones. So that are my, and mainly because I can my chicken in pint jars, and you can't really get a lot of legs or thighs in a pint jar. So that's mainly another reason I don't can like chicken on the bone. But so that's it, guys. You saw my top 5 that I love to can, and these were 5 items that I probably, well, that I won't can again. And a couple I couldn't show you because I don't have those on the shelf. The chicken and the bone because I don't do or won't do, and the potatoes because I just don't like the texture of them to can anymore. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing a little bit into my canning likes and dislikes, and I really hope you'll go check out the other channels in this collaboration. I have that playlist below in the description. Remember, I said that earlier. So please, please go down and check out that playlist. Watch everybody's video. Learn from these fantastic channels about canning, and from Leanne over at Mennonite Farmhouse. Thank you for inviting me to be in this collaboration. I look forward to many of you, the videos below, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to find me on Instagram and on Facebook, and I'll see you guys next time.